السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. All of the awamir and nawahi are addressed to the mukallafin. The mukallaf is the one being addressed and assigned with do's and don'ts. But what happens if the individual is no longer considered within the realm of taklif, or is about to be but has not yet arrived there? Or something happened that paused his taklif until another time. What do we call the act that he does while he is considered outside the realm of taklif? There are three opinions within our school, three wujuh in our school. One, it's named as is. Two, it'll never be named as is. It'll be named according to the situation of that individual. Three, we can never call it or hold it up to the standards of, or the same that we would have held for the mukallaf. It's completely different scenario here. So therefore, what would apply to the mukallaf in these scenarios wouldn't apply anywhere else. This is a qaida. This is a structure within our school. It's going to impact so many different chapters of fiqh. As a matter of fact, the main difference between having a madhab and not having a madhab is that these qawaid, due to the view of the sharia coming together in harmony, these qawaid, these understandings impact everything. Now, the majority of scholars that argued that it would be the same, or they would be treated the same, even though we're not going to treat the individual the same, is it goes back to, well, what if a boy that has not, or a young girl that have not hit puberty yet were to pray? Would they get ajr? Or better yet, would there be sihha? Would it be accepted from them? You see, they're outside the realm of taklif. So, would it be accepted or not? Well, let me give you another one. What if a person were to mate with other than his wife by accident? I know some might think it's a far-fetched thing, but it could happen, Jamil. And we'll leave it at that. The ulama of usul, they'll say, that يعني هذا ممكن عقلا. It means, could we foresee this happening? The answer is yes. Now, aside from it might be rare today, and so on and so forth, we'll push that aside for now. The fact of the matter is, could it happen? Yes. طيب. Now, if it was by mistake, kalam jamil, or better yet, here's another one. Someone murdered by accident. Okay, killed someone else by accident. The act here that took place, am I going to label it the same as I would have for the mukallaf? Because don't forget, this individual is now out of the state of taklif, because this is khata. This is a mistake, right? It's outside the realm of taklif. Now, what do I call this act? And this is going to play a big role in determining the legal status of the individual, of the case, etc. Right? Well, if I came with the child and I said that his prayer was accepted, so does this mean this was zina? That's why, like Imam Nawawi in his fatwa, when he spoke about this mas'ala, the mas'ala of mating with other than your spouse by accident, he says there's no hil and there's no hurma here because the person wasn't a mukallaf in that state. But in Sharh al-Muhazzab, he goes another route and just says hurma because, well, I mean, still technically, even by its appearance, zina. And this brings us to the concept of these qawa'id and these usul living throughout all of the chapters of fiqh. So I have a qa'ida in tahara, that same qa'ida should be impacting the same way in hajj, in buyu', in ankiha, in janayat. It should follow suit throughout everything. And the only time it'll change because there's a separate dalil for that mas'ala, for that matter. Or and dalil, when we say by dalil, we don't only mean Quran and Sunnah, because remember we spoke before about the madarik. There could be a mudrak involved. There could be a mafhum or a mantuq from something else. So that's something to think about when these acts happen by an individual outside the realm of taklif, even if it was only temporarily. What would we call them? How would we treat them?